Hello, and welcome to another of our In Conversation series. In this episode, we're in Doha in the spectacular headquarters of Commercial Bank of Qatar. Established in 1974, it was the first private bank in the newly formed state of Qatar, and you don't have to be a maths genius to realise that 2024 is a pretty significant birthday. Joining me to discuss how the bank and banking in Qatar and the region has evolved is Aimen Kallala, Assistant General Manager of Strategy and Analytics. Firstly, happy 50th birthday.
Thank you. What a milestone.
So I think it's a good place to start at the beginning. Could you tell me how Commercial Bank was born and what were the values and the ambitions of the founders?
Commercial Bank started 50 years ago from the vision of few businessmen of Qatar. These founding fathers had all in common this vision of common prosperity. Commercial Bank has built all this infrastructure around financing businessmen, financing SMEs, creating wealth for everyone, and also participating to the transmission of this wealth from one generation to another. And that's the successful mark of Commercial Bank.
So I'd be interested to know, how has the bank been part of changing the business of money across the country?
It was a long journey for the Qatari society to trust the banking sector. Clearly, the attachment to cash is not only cultural, but it goes back to centuries of being always careful about having the money close to your pocket. And moving to a setup where you trust an institution to give you basically digitized services where you don't touch your money is something which takes a lot of trust and a lot of development between yourself and your customers.
We've talked about digital transformation, and I'm interested in how Qataris have adapted to digital banking in a society where cash is king.
There is this large company providing taxis across the city. Commercial Bank came with a solution pretty quickly to develop a tipping feature within the app. When the drivers were seeing that the cash was coming to their accounts quite quickly, everyone was happy to use that feature and to move to digital payments. And there are dozens of stories like this.
Now, we can't ignore the climate. What is the bank doing to meet its climate goals? And honestly, could it do more?
We know that ESG is becoming something extremely important across the market. It's something which is determining the access to financing and also determining your scoring by the international rating agencies, etc. So we are thriving to basically adapt to something which is new to us. It is a moral imperative for economic actors to play a positive role for ESG and climate. And the bank is absolutely committed to this journey.
What opportunities does the bank see beyond your borders?
The bank has been always keen to be integrated within the international financial markets, facilitating trade flows between Qatar and the world, and playing a role also for our own clients, reaching new geographies for their own products, for their own projects, and their initiatives. The world is for us a gigantic place to explore.
What do the next 50 years hold for the bank?
When a customer today writes to Commercial Bank on the app, it's actually a generative AI pilot replying most of the cases to the customers. We see the bank embracing this revolution. We see the bank being the artificial intelligence bank of the future, the most digitally effective bank of the future, not only in the country, but also across the region.
Aimen Kallala, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.